Welcome to my channel, and thank you for choosing my video to watch. This video is actually part of a longer video that I made about investing in stock market for the beginners under the title Complete Guide on How to Buy and Sell Stocks in Canada Bourse with Questrade. I will also put the link of that longer video in the descriptions below this video. So if you find this video helpful, make sure to check that as well. Also, please make sure to comment and tell me your questions if there is any. I will answer as much as I can, and give me any sort of criticism, positive, negative, and tell me what you think about it. So thank you once again, and without killing time more than this, let's just jump right into the video and see what I've prepared for you. Okay, so I think this section is one of the most important sections of the video. I'm going to go to Questrade directly and show you live how you can put large or small orders. So just because I already had it in my history, so I don't need to memorize the website, but as you can see, it's https://www.questrade.com. okay. So what I'm going to do is to click on login because I already have an account. Then I'm going to enter my credentials. So just because I trust this computer, it's my own, so it doesn't ask for my for any sort of code or anything. But if it's your first time, it might ask you, it might send you a code and you have to enter it here. Okay, so here's the main page. This part you can see open P&L, so it shows you profit and loss from the very beginning that you started investing and in total all of your assets. Okay, I don't know why it shows in USD. I really don't have a clue, but and the percentage of your P&L from the very beginning, it shows you right here. And by the way, the color definitions in Questrade is, if it is green, it means the operation is successful or price increase. If it is red, it means the operation has failed or price decrease. And if it is yellow, it means there's a problem with regards to the operation and you need to solve it before it's done. I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty details of the website, but there are a couple of things that I thought I have to mention before telling you how you can put an order. So first you need to go to when you open the website, the first thing that it shows you is, as you can see, balances. You need to go to executions, and just because I didn't have any executions, it doesn't show me anything for today or for any it has up to 1 week, 2 weeks, and 1 month. Up to 1 month it shows you, but I don't have any. So what I want you to do is as you can see, there is a library type of icon. You're going to click on that and you're going to go and as you can see, I have added Ecn Fees myself. It is not added by default, so let me just remove it. So you see it's not added by default, and you're going to find it and click on this plus sign to add it. When you add it, it shows you how much Ecn Fees Questrade is going to deduct from you. Okay, so that's it for this section. Also in settings, there are a couple of there's one thing in settings that I want you to be aware of. In general, sorry, show negative values in brackets. Make sure to uncheck it because you don't want to see negative values in brackets. I really don't get why it's there. Show commas in numbers. Make sure to check this because you don't want any mistakes. Okay, so for example, 10,000 shows you 10, comma 3 zeros. Okay. There's also another thing in under account, I think. So here I have decided to just check show all in CAD, and that's enough because it prevents me from any sort of confusion. Okay, but it's up to you. show closed position, include cash, percent in portfolios. If you choose include cash in portfolio, the percentage of how much cash you have is also gonna be included in your portfolio. I've checked this, but you can uncheck it. So okay, here as you can see, right now we're under the account tab, and as you can see under execution, if you click edit, it gives you the same options that we saw in the execution tab. So you make sure that you have that Ecn fee is added before you start trading, okay? Because again, by default, it doesn't show you. So that's about it. We're not gonna, so let's go to the account. So there are two ways. Before that, let's click on this. If you see the top options that it gives you, stocks, options, ETF, the first thing is stocks, options, and ETFs. So I don't really care about the mutual funds, FX, fixed income, whatever, but about the IPOs, if you click on it, it will bring you to their Ipo Center, which you can see the companies that are first time going to go to the market, okay? The initial public offerings, okay? So here it says go to the Ipo Center, and you can see, if you scroll down, the one that says open are the ones that are going to go public or have gone public. So right now it doesn't have any open one. Closed is, as you can see, are the ones that have already been IPO'd, okay? So let's go back to Questrade. On top, if you click on trading, we don't care about the 5 options. All we care about is accounts and trading. So right now I'm going to go to accounts. Sorry. Okay. When you're inside this, again, I'm not going to go into the details, but there are a couple of things I want you to see. For example, when you hover your mouse on reports, you can see investment summary, investment return, account activity, statements, tax slips, etc. Under account management, okay, there are 2 things that are important. The first one is find forms. The other one is upload documents, okay? So let's go to find forms and see what we have there. So here you can see and find different forms. Anything that you haven't signed in the beginning is here. You can just find the forms and sign and upload it to Questrade, okay? So as you can see, authorization to remove, cease trade, letter of consent, all of the, as you can see. There is, okay, on the right, you can see there's dividend reinvestment plan authorization. Here is where you can, if you download this form, you can actually initiate a DRIP or dividend reinvestment plan, which, as I explained, is a plan that Questrade buys the same share of a company with your dividend money, okay? And the good thing about it is that you don't need to pay any commission for that trade. So what happens is a company like, for example, Ryokan, that pays you dividend, you can ask Questrade to automatically buy the shares of Ryokan with your dividends instead of just putting it in your account as cash, okay? So that's a good thing. Pre-authorized cash contribution or transfer authorization. So these are the forms, okay? Agreements and disclosures. Any form that you want, you can find it here. Again, we go to account management. And under account management, if you go to upload documents, here's where you can upload any document that you want. So depending on which document you can choose. So for example, if I click on document type, there are government issued photo ID. If I click this, for example, I can upload my ID to Questrade. There is I think direct deposit, let me see. Yeah, direct deposit form. This is what I highly recommend you do, although it doesn't ask you, but I highly recommend you get your direct deposit form from your bank. If it is Tangerine, you can easily get it under your checking account and upload it here, because later because it takes, any upload, it takes like probably 24 hours to be processed, because they are very busy. So that's why I want you to get that form from your bank and upload it here. And the other thing that, for example, dividend purchase plan authorization is the one that I just talked about, the DRIP, dividend reinvestment plan. After after you fill it and sign it, you can upload it here. Something I forgot to mention is you can ask Questrade to do the DRIP for all of your dividend stocks, or for just one, depending on your preference. Okay, so let's see what other forms it has. Oh, okay, there's another form that pad cancellation. If you have any pre-authorized debits with Questrade, you can cancel it this way, pad cancellation. So let's go to rebate. Rebate is the one, if you remember, when we talked about account transfer, you need to get your statement from your bank, and here's where you can upload it in Questrade. You're going to choose rebate, and you're going to upload your statement from your bank, and Questrade will pay up to $150 of the transfer fees. Okay, so that's about this section. Let's go again to account. So account management, for example, refer a friend is the one that I talked about. If you click on refer a friend, sorry, here's where you can find your refer code. There is a button that you have to click. Right now I have clicked, so it gave me the code, and it's a permanent code. You can click, if it is your new account, you can click and it gives you your code, and you can share it with anyone who wants to open an account. So let's go to funding on top. So when you hover your mouse on funding, you can choose online banking to be, actually it will give you an option to be redirected to your bank's website for funding. You can do in-track online pre-authorized deposit, transfer account to Questrade. Okay, so transfer account to Questrade is the one that we saw. If you want to transfer account from your broker or from another bank, here's where you can do it under funding and transfer account to Questrade. Okay. With the other ones, you can play around and request. For example, you can exchange funds, which I don't really care. Transfer funds, transfer investments, withdraw funds. About withdraw funds, you can withdraw. Okay, you can withdraw. Let me just choose CAD. I know that online transfer, which is electronic funds transfer, which is no fee, it has a limit. I think the limit is $20,000 or $25,000. I'm not sure. You can always click on this chat with us button on and you can either text with them, or I will show you another way that you can chat with them as well. So if you choose electronic funds, so and remember that it should be less than your maintenance excess. You're going to see your maintenance excess, whatever it is, it should be either, so let's say your maintenance excess is, I don't know, you have $1,000, you can only withdraw 1,000, you cannot do 1,001. So it should be less than your maintenance excess. So let's put, I don't know, whatever, and electronic, you see, amount must be the total maintenance excess. So I would put, because I have only $6.25, I would put $5. So right now it's okay. So I'm going to choose electronic fund transfer, and then you can choose your bank account. Here is where I have already put my bank account. Okay, I already have put the information of my bank account, so it pre-populates. That is when I asked you, if you remember, I asked you to put your to get your direct deposit from your bank and upload it in the Upload Center, so that later when you want to withdraw money, it is easier. You don't need to be worried about that. Sorry. Okay. So, but as I said, remember that there's a limit for that. Okay, remember that there's a limit, and the limit is, I think, $20,000 or $25,000. So that's about it. that's for request. Let's go back. Let's click on accounts and go to trading. Okay, there are two ways that you can bring the trading page. Either you can click on buy and sell. Okay, you can either click on buy and sell, or you can come here in this actually in this search bar, and you can type the ticker symbol of the stock that you're looking for. So for example, let's look for REI.UN.TO, which is Ryokan. Okay, so as you can see, it shows you three information. First the ticker symbol, then the name of the company, and then it shows you where it's listed. TSX means Toronto Stock Exchange. Okay, but there's a difference between how you can find ticker symbol here and Yahoo. I think in Yahoo it is dash, so you should put REI-UN.TO, but it doesn't make any difference. It's not a big deal. Okay, so let's search for another thing. I just want to show you something here. Okay, so you see this, whatever company it is, I don't know what it is, but if you can take a look, it says PINX. PINX means it's a pink sheet stock. So remember that it is riskier. Okay, PINX means pink sheet, and usually it's in America. NASDAQ, also you know, NYSE, for example, New York Stock Exchange. So let's go to my own stock, very.cn. Very.cn, CNSX, or Canadian Securities Exchange. Sorry. So you can also, if it is not in your watch list, you can also click on this plus to add it to your watch list. But honestly, one of the reasons if you remember, I said there are shortcomings with anything in life. This is one of them. I really don't like how Questrade shows your watch list. Also, you cannot, there's no way that you can change the location of your stock. So let me show you. For example, here's my watch list. Okay, if I want to edit, all I have to do is click on this library type of thing. But as you can, this actually shows the criteria. For example, last price, bid, ask. So this is where you can determine which information to be shown to you first. Okay, average volume. Some of them I don't even understand. For example, theta, vega, these things, it's up to you to put them in the line or not. But let me show you something here. If you click on these three dots, you can manage watch list, or you can edit this watch list. When you click on edit this watch list, you can only add symbol. There's no way for you to change the location or the position of your watch list. Okay, so that's why I don't use Questrade's watch list. I have on my iPhone stocks app. That is one of the reasons, it's ridiculous. It doesn't allow you to move your stocks. Okay, so let's go back to account. So let's go and bring very.cn again. Okay, so putting large orders, whether large or not large, small, is very easy. There's no hidden fees per se. Okay, I have read in reviews that people say there are hidden fees and Questrade charge a lot of things. No, it doesn't charge anything. So we have types of order, which I'm going to explain to you right now. Remember that if you want to buy, you can directly click on bid price, which is the highest price that buyers are willing to pay, or if you want to sell, you can directly click on ask, which is the lowest price that someone is willing to accept to sell their stock. Okay, so right now, just because of the example of this video, I'm going to click on bid, because I want to show you how you can buy if you have if you want to put large orders. So the very first thing that's important for you to do is always remember this refresh button. Always click on it. You see, when I refresh, the prices are updated. Before putting your order, always click on this. This is very important. And also, something I forgot to mention in here when we were in the search section, STK means stock, OPT means option. So remember to always keep it on STK. This is stock, unless you want to trade options. Okay. So the first thing, apart from the name of the company and bid price and ask price. Oh, okay. Remember that when it says bid SZ means bid size and ask SZ means ask size. But remember always to put 2 zeros in front of them. So right now, for example, let me refresh. So right now, 900 shares are in bid, and 30 plus 2 zeros, 3,000 shares are for ask. So people want to buy more than they want to sell more than they want to buy. Okay. So you can always click on the bid price. It will pre-populate in the limit price. Okay. So quantity is actually the lot of your order. Remember how I said that your lot, one of the conditions that you have to meet in order to waive Ecn fees is that the lot of your order always must be a multiple of 100. And how you understand that? A very simple thing. If you take a look at the last 2 digits of the number, it should be zeros. Okay. And remember, you cannot put decimal, so you cannot buy a fraction of a share. Okay. So whatever your number is, let's say for example your number is, I don't know, 23,643. So whatever it is, the best bet for you is to actually take the last 2 digits and turn them into zeros. Okay. Sorry. So this is the first condition. The second condition that you have to meet in order to not pay any Ecn fees or anything is this order type. Let's talk about order types. We have 4 different, or let me say 4 different order types. The first one is market order. Market order, as you could see when I put market order, it doesn't let me choose the price, because market order will be executed on the price of the market and immediately. So as I mentioned, any order type that will execute immediately will remove liquidity from the queue, thus you would have to pay Ecn fee on it. Okay, so we don't care about the market order. I really don't like this. I always put limit order because I'm a long investor, and I don't like day trading. So this is good for day traders or the ones that want their order to be filled right at the moment. But remember, if you put this, you're gonna pay Ecn fees for sure. We don't care about all of these other things. I think I talked about them. We really don't care about them. But the next type is limit order, in which you can determine the price. As you can see, you can put the limit price. So let me just go ahead and click on bid, just because we're gonna buy. So this is the limit price. If you click on this $sign, you can say, for example, follow ask price or follow bid price. So it will follow the price for you, but I'm not gonna click it because I prefer to do everything manually. Okay. So I was talking about the types of order. As I said, market order is the one that executes immediately and on the price of the market. Limit order has 2 types: non-marketable limit order and marketable limit order. Marketable limit order is the one that may or may not execute immediately. This one right here, for example, if I place this order 594, if I place 100, so I say that I want to buy 100 shares of very good food at the price of 594, because it's on the bid price. No, it's not. Now you see it price increased, so always you have to refresh. So right now, if I click on buy, if I place this order, it might get executed immediately because it's on the price of the market right now. So what I have to do, if you remember, I said non-marketable limit order is the one for you. So what I have to do here is to actually reduce 2 to 5 cents from my order when I'm buying. Or if I was selling, I had to add 2 to 3 cents to the ask price. Okay, so now it's 596. If I wanted to put this order, I would put 595. Okay, because exactly after I place the order, my order will go to the line. So will go and remain in the line for a couple of seconds or even minutes before it gets executed. So thus, I won't be paying any sort of Ecn fee. So remember that the order that we are looking for is a non-marketable limit order. And what is non-marketable limit order? The one that at the time of purchase, at the time of buying a stock, it is 2 to 5 cents less than the bid price, and at the time of buying, and at the time of selling, it is 2 to 5 cents more than the ask price. So I'm not going to put, so this is on the price market, so I'm not going to put this, although it is limit order, but it may get executed, so I'm not going to put this. So to calculate how many, okay, so let me just talk about the duration as well. And GTC, good till cancel. So if I put day, it means that the order is gonna remain there until the last hour of the day, okay, until the market closes for the day, okay. If I put GTC, or good till canceled, means that it will be there until the moment that it's filled or canceled by me. But remember that it is not forever. It's for 90 days in Questrade, and in CIBC I know that it's just 30 days, okay. So I always choose GTC. Good till date, you can mention a day, a date. You can specify a date, for example, say up to 1 week or a week and a half, whatever. So this is good till date. GTEM means good till extended market, which is not for Canadian market, it's for mainly for US market. And IOC, FOC. So I think immediate or cancel means immediately buy whatever you can, or if you can't, just cancel it, okay. And FOK, so remember to pronounce this FOK, okay. So FOK means fill or kill. Fill or kill means you ask the system to buy either the whole amount of the order or none of them, and cancel immediately, okay. So what happens is, so let me just tell you the difference between the two. So let's say I put IOC, immediate or cancel, and I ask Questrade to buy 100 shares for me at the price of $5.96. So what happens is Questrade will try whatever Questrade will buy for you and then cancel. Let's say Questrade can only buy 20 stocks for you. It does it and then it will cancel immediately, okay. So that's how it works. Sorry. But fill or kill, if I remember correctly, you can always Google if I'm making a mistake. So fill or kill means I'm asking Questrade to buy 100 shares for me. If Questrade can buy at 100 shares at the moment, it will. But if it doesn't, then it will cancel the whole order, so it doesn't fill it partially. That's the difference. But remember, never put it on fill or kill or anything. Just put it on GTC, okay? So let's go and calculate how many shares we can buy. Let's say you have $100,000 in your as your buying power. So right now I don't have that. I only have always look at your buying power. Sorry. Buying power means whatever you can spend, and maintenance excess, I think it is because Questrade will calculate some of the charges and post it there. So I think that means maintenance excess. I'm not sure about it. But anyway, so buying power, you always remember to see your buying power. That's important. Your buying power is the one that shows you how much you can spend, okay? So now I have 6.25, but let's assume you have $100,000 and you want to invest all in Veri, okay, which is a very good idea. As you can see in my P&L, let me show you. So the P&L that shows 128,711 since the very beginning, since like 5 months ago. Now it is lower in comparison to now. The price of this stock reached nearly $10. So if I had sold at that time, I would be making around $300,000, but I didn't sell, and I have my own reasons for that. If you want to know, you can just subscribe and I will make a video on Veri and explain why I didn't sell, okay. So let's go back and see and calculate. So the first thing you want to do is to click on refresh. Always, you see the price changes. That's why you need to always click on refresh, even like before, even after you do all of your calculations. So let's go to another tab. Go to Google and calculator. Okay, let me just open multiple calculators just in case. Okay, that's enough. So so the first thing you want to do is to calculate the commission. As I mentioned, the commission is not waivable, so you have to pay for each trade you want to place. If you are buying one share up to 495, no matter how many shares you want to buy, you would still have to pay $4.95. From 495 up to 995 shares, if you want to know how much you're going to be paying for commissions, you have to divide the number by 100. Let's say you want to buy, for example, 700 shares of a company, so you divided 700 by 100, it's going to give you 7. So you're going to pay $7 in commission. So that's how you can calculate the commission. Anything above 995, you would still be paying that $9.95. So whether you want to buy 1,000 or a million shares, you would still be paying that $9.95. Okay? So that's for the commission. And the commission you have to, so that would be the very first thing you want to do. Okay? So let's go now let's go and talk about the Ecn fees. When you want to buy, if you remember the chart that I talked about, so I asked you to take a screenshot. The chart shows that if you want to buy a stock which is $1 or more, the Ecn fee is 0.0035. If the stock price is 99 cents or less, it is 0.0008 for each stock, for every share, sorry. And if the stock is listed on their Canadian Securities Exchange, I mean there is like .cn at its ticker symbol, then and the price is 99 cents or less, then you're going to be paying 0.0012. Okay. Sorry. So for small amounts like, I don't know, 100, 500, that's not going to be a big issue. Up to 1,000, it's not a big deal. So it's going to be $2, I don't know, $3, whatever. So it's not a big deal. But if you want to buy a lot more, like what I did, 30,000 shares of a company, then it becomes an issue. It becomes like, I don't know, 150 or even more, 100, 150, whatever. So let me tell you how you can put large orders. So the very first thing we're going to want to do is to calculate the commission first. So 100, let's say you have $100,000. So very first thing is to deduct $9.95. So 99,990.05. So that's after deducting the commission. So now for calculating how much you can, how many shares you can buy with that amount, the thing you have to do first before anything is to click on this refresh button. So the price is right now $5.94, but I'm not going to calculate this because, as I said, if you buy on the stock on the market price, even though you're putting a limit order, which is not supposed to trigger Ecn fees, but you are going to pay Ecn fees for sure. Okay, so remember to always, all the time, reduce $2 to $5 when you're buying, and add 2 to 5 cents when you're selling. So right now we're trying to buy. So the price of Very Good Food is right now 5.94. So I'm gonna put, just to make sure, I'm gonna calculate with 5.90. So 5.90. I'm gonna round it. I myself will always round it to 0. That's what I do. So let's just go there. So we're gonna divide. No, we're not gonna divide this. There's one step that we have to take. So we're gonna put 5.90, okay, plus to calculate how many Ecn fees we're gonna be paying, okay. Plus, if you remember, I said the Ecn fee for stocks $1 or up or over is 0.0035. So I'm gonna add 0.0035 equals 5.9035. As simple as that. So that is how you can calculate how many shares. So now this is the real share price. Okay, remember, always do this. Always, for calculating the share, for the Ecn fee, you have to first see what is the price of the stock you're trying to buy. Whatever it is, you have to, depending on whether it is $1 or more, depending on whether it is 99 cents or less, or depending on whether it is listed on CSX or not, you're going to be adding that Ecn fee to the price. Okay, so now we know that the main price that we have to calculate is not 5.90, it is 5.9035. So now we're going to go back to this tab. If you remember, we already calculated or deducted the commission. So now we're going to divide this by 5.9035. Okay, so it shows that by $100,000 sorry, you're going to be able to buy 16,937. So forget about whatever after the dot, because this is decimal and you cannot buy. So let's just copy this. And go to Questrade, and once again click on refresh. So hopefully the price didn't change that much, and paste it here. But I'm not going to click on buy. Why? Because as I said, this is the lot of your order. The quantity shows the lot of your order, and it should be multiple of 100. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to see the last two digits. It's 37. I'm going to omit them and put 2 zeros instead. So now this is a good order. So now it's 16,900. You can always round, you can always take the last two digits and put zeros instead, just to make sure that it is, if it is already 2 zeros or more, then that's fine. Okay, so right now it shows that we can buy 16,900 shares. Okay, so if you do all the steps that I told you, you're not going to pay any sort of hidden fees or Ecn fees whatsoever. So let me just click on buy and show you how. Sorry. So here in this page, of course, as I said, the color yellow shows, or I don't know, orange or whatever you want to name it. It shows that there's a problem in the operation. So you have to solve the problem before being able to successfully do the operation. So in this case, the problem is lack of money. I don't have 100,000, so that's why it shows this dialog box. But remember this, so when you click on buy or sell, always this dialog box, it's just a preview. Always Questrade shows this before, so you have to confirm by send the order or do not send. Okay, so now you might be asking me, as you can see, it says commissions and fees. It shows all of them together, so $50. Okay, sorry, nearly $69, $70. Okay, now you might be asking me, okay, we did everything. As I said, we put a non-marketable limit order. Our order lot is a multiple of 100. Our order is not gonna get executed immediately because we reduced to the 5 cents from the bid price. So how come it shows it here? So no worries, it just shows you the maximum potential price. here in this page, okay? It's not gonna deduct it from you, okay? So always this amount is going to remain, whatever amount of the commission and fees are here, is going to remain on your account if you have done all the steps I told you. So remember, it's not gonna deduct it from your account. It's just the maximum potential amount that might charge you. Actually, and honestly, this is the other problem, or I would say shortcoming, or whatever, disadvantage, or whatever, a bad thing that I don't like about Questrade, because the system is seeing that I am putting an order that is non-marketable limit order, that the lot is a multiple of 100, and yet it just shows the maximum potential. And I think they do it on purpose. They do it because they want you, they want a couple of hundreds remaining in your account, because whatever remaining in your account, you would still want to do trade on, right? You get, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's not right or whatever, but you get tempted, particularly if the trades that you do are very sweet to you. So you always want to do trading, and each trading you do, whether you buy, whether you waive Ecn fees or not, you're gonna pay commission to Questrade. So that's how they, that's one of the ways that they make money. Okay, I think I've talked about this. I'm going to also so I'm just gonna click on do not send. So that's how you can basically place your orders. I'm gonna talk about this once more when I am reviewing the app, but for now let me just close this. But for now let me just show you actually. Let me just tell you the steps so that you know how it is. The very first thing you're going to do is, if you want to buy, so click on this refresh button. Then if you want to buy, remember to always reduce 2 to 5 cents from your bid price. And if you want to sell, okay, remember to always add 2 to 5 cents to your ask price. Okay, that's the very first thing you're going to want to do. Okay, and then you can calculate, and then for calculating the for calculating how many shares you can buy, first thing you want to do is to and I'm repeating all these things once again. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to deduct 9.95. okay, and then the second thing is to calculate the price of the share price. Okay, always, all the time. If it is more than $1, let's say, I don't know, let's say the price is, for example, 0.345, because you may see some penny stocks like this. If it is like that, then all you have to do, because we know that it's less than, it's actually 30, if you round it, it's actually 35 cents. So it is less than 99. So we're gonna add 0.0008. So that's how you can calculate the price that you can, the main price. Then we're gonna, for example, take this number. Let's see if we can copy 34.58. So we already reduced or deducted the commission. So now we're gonna divide this and paste. See if it pastes. No, it doesn't paste. No, it doesn't paste. So let me just, okay, 0.3458. 0.3458. Okay, so it shows that by $100,000 we can buy this much amount. And remember to always forget about whatever after the dot is. Okay, forget about this. 289,155. So, but we're gonna, as I said, we're gonna just take those 55 and turn them into zeros. Okay, so that's how you can place your order. So let me just talk about a couple of things here. Let me pull up Ryokan. So very briefly, I want to talk about these things. So bid and ask. Bid is the highest price that buyers will pay. And by the way, the system will determine who has the highest. So the system will arrange the highest price itself, okay? And if you know, there's a very good economist called Adam Smith. So he talks about the hidden hands behind the market. Those, you can see them here. These prices are being determined by me and you, by the ones who are buying and selling the stock at the moment. There's no like external extraterrestrial power. You know what I mean? Okay. So if you want to refresh, you see it changes. Okay. So as I said, bid is the highest price that a buyer is willing to pay to buy the stock, and ask is the lowest price that a seller is willing to accept to sell the stock. Okay, bid SZ and ask SZ means bid size and ask size, which, as I said, you have to put 2 zeros in front of them each time. So 19 would be 1900. Okay, 1 would be 100. So it's not just 1 because the lot, the system shows the lots in a multiple of 100. Okay, that's why. Volume means the amount of shares being traded. Okay, 52-week high and 52-week low means the highest price during the last 52 weeks and the lowest price in the last 2 weeks. Please let me know in the comments why. I still don't understand why they say 52 week. Why don't they say 1 year? Because 52 weeks is 1 year, right? Last trade, it shows the date of the last trade. PE, price to earning ratio, shows the profitability of the company. I don't want to dig into that, right? Yield is the percentage of the dividend that they pay. Okay. So you see here it says yield and dividend 0.08. They're related, but the difference is they're actually the same, but the difference is that yield is basically the percentage of the dividends. Okay, this is actually how it's so, and how it is calculated. Let me show you how. So here for Ryokan, for example, it is sorry, it is 5.04%. So the way you calculate it is very easy. You're going to bring up your calculator. Let's say you have $100,000. Okay, and you want to know how much you're going to be paid if you invest all of this in Ryokan, for example. So you're going to click plus, then 5.04, and then you're going to click on percent sign. Okay. So it shows basically Apple does it better than this, because first Apple shows you how much percent, but right now it shows 5,000. As you can see, it shows so after 12 months your $100,000 becomes $105,040. So you're going to be given $5,040 for a year if you if you invest your $100,000 in their company. Okay, this is calculated, I think, yearly. And if you want to know how much monthly it is, you can take that 5,040. So let's take $5,040 and divide it by 12. As simple as that. So each month it's going to pay you $420 for your $100,000 investment. Okay, so that's how you can calculate dividend yield. For the dividend itself, all you have to do is, it's a little bit different. So this is DPS, dividend per share. So all you have to do is to take the price of the stock price. So right now it is, let's refresh. So right now it is 1931. Okay, Right now it is 1931. You're going to go here, and so you had, if you remember, you had $100,000, right? In our example. So you're going to divide it by the stock price, which is 19.31. And this is just for an example because prices change, right? So it shows you that you can buy 5,178. Okay, we don't care about the rest because the rest is decimal. So 5,151.78. So 51.78. So 5,178 shares of Ryokan. So from now it's very easy. If you want to calculate the DPS or the dividend, the dividend was 0.08. So you're going to multiply this by 0.08. Okay, so as you can see, it's very easy. It shows you the monthly amount that we just calculated together. It is a little bit different, but the prices should be kind of this, in the same range. So the other number that we calculated, I think it was 420. Okay, so this is 414, and that's because if you remember, we omitted the decimal the decimal at the after dot, the decimal part of the number, so that's why. But otherwise, if we calculated that, we would get that 420. So basically that's how much you get. 420, 410, that's how much you get per month for your $100,000. So that's how you can calculate dividend. Earnings date. So last Eastern, so it says Eastern time, based on Eastern. So 4th of May, they released their earnings. So it was their earnings date. This becomes important because if you can see here, X date is the date in which the company will determine when they are going to release their the yield amount for the month or for the quarter. Okay, so remember that if you buy the stock of the company on the X date or after, you won't be getting the dividends of that month or that quarter. Okay, so you always have to find out the X dividend date of a company and place your order before, 1 day before that X dividend date. Okay, 1 business day before the X dividend date. because if you don't do so, the yield that the company should pay to you is going to go back to the pocket of the company. But there's something interesting. Let's say, for example, so this is 25th of February. So let's say you bought your shares on 24th of February. So you'd still be getting the dividends, although you have just owned their stock for 1 day. Okay, for whatever, for a few days. So you would still be getting the yield for that month or quarter. So high and low, highest and lowest for the day. Remember, so this is highest price and lowest price for the day. Open and previous close. So open means when the market was opened, the price was the first trade that was done for this particular stock was 19.60, and previous close means the last time the market was closed, so yesterday. Okay, so sorry, not yesterday, because right now it's 4:04, 9th of March 2021. So the market's closed right now, so it shows for today because the market just closed. Okay, so market cap is the value of all the outstanding stocks of the company, which for the Ryokan is 6.05 billion. Shares, it shows the amount of outstanding shares. Okay, 317.70 million. Average volume. Okay, if you remember about the volume, so it was the total volume, I think it was for 3 months, but this average volume is for but again, I really don't know the difference between the two. So in terms of time interval, so I think this average volume is actually the average volume, and the volume shows for the last quarter, because usually it's for for the last 3 months, the volume, right? EPS, as I said, earnings per share. This also shows the profitability of the company. I really don't care about these numbers. My main goal is to so these are good for those who want to do technical analysis. These are good to know. I don't want to say that they are like not beneficial, but I really don't care about these things. All you have to care is to put time and search for a good company, not just based on numbers. So you see, for example, this EPS is negative for RioCan, but the company has been there for, I don't know, 20, 25 years, 30 years. And this is like a very strong company. And if it wasn't because of Corona, you wouldn't see this negative. So that's why I don't really, I'm not a fan of numbers. Security type, it shows the stock. Long MR and short MR, I think it shows how much people will borrow, which in most cases it's 30%. So I just don't have a clue of what this is, but I think that's how much people borrow the stock and keep it for themselves. And the borrow rate is 2.02, which, as I said, because I don't short, I don't understand these things. Okay, so again, like the stocks app on iPhone, if you in the chart, so always the lower this lower horizontal axis shows the time. Okay, so 1 day, 5 days, 15 days, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. What year to date means Y to D, means year to date, means from the beginning of the year till now. 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and max. Okay, so that's how you can see. And in the chart itself, depending on what you choose here, in the chart, if you can take a look at the horizontal axis, it shows the date, the lower axis, like the horizontal lower axis, it shows the date, and depending on which time interval you choose here, it just shows months or years or weeks. Okay, and this part that looks like a histogram graph shows the volume, of the stock, like how many shares have been, if the rectangle is green, it means there was an increase in the volume, and if it is red, it means there was a decrease in the volume. The vertical axis always shows the price, and remember when I hover the mouse, okay, you can see a couple of information: high, low, volume, okay, and the hour and the date. And this is all dependent on which settings you choose from this lower horizontal axis. Okay, if you click on chart, it's going to give you more information. You can add indicators. I don't know, you can add indicators, you can play around with the settings here. I honestly don't like chart at all, so that's why I don't touch it. Okay, I let it be. So I think that wraps it up for this section of the video. There's nothing that I can. So in this, the left vertical part of the window is where you can see your watch list. If you have any options, research, alerts, you can choose how it communicates with you. I really don't touch these things. Here is, for example, your last visited stock. You can just delete this if you want. It shows you another one. Okay, market data and the settings. Oh, and by the way, in this section, if you scroll down, it shows the news and the reports of each company. So for example, let's go to veri.cn. Whatever report of veri.cn, whatever news, okay, you can see that. underneath the chart and the reports as well. Okay, the reports section. So if you click on your name, it shows profile settings, above feedback, accessibility, help. Help is the one that if you choose, sorry, you can click on this chat, you can email them, you can request a feature, which they would definitely send the feedback, they would definitely listen to you, and you can give them a call. Okay, so that's how you can that was the one that I talked about. So this is how you can just find their contact information. Remember that when your work is done, always, all the time, remember to click on this log out button, whether it's your own computer or whether it's another computer, which I highly recommend you use your own computer in your own network, not in a library or anywhere else. Okay, so that's it for this section. In the next section, we're going to see and take a look at the Questrade app. And I may repeat some of the stuff that I say, so I'm just letting you know.